Hello and welcome to my review of the Braun TexStyle 7 iron. AO.com sent me this iron to give a review to. Thank you very much to them. Service was brilliant as always. Super speedy delivery. Very happy with AO, thanks. First of all, I'll tell you what's in the box. You get the iron and you get the water pourer. You also get the instructions. These instructions are great because they've got lots of good pictures about how to set the iron up and how to use the iron. They also have detailed writing instructions as well. So yeah, all in all, really easy to set up, understood everything in the box. The water pourer is very good. It works very well with the iron. I didn't get kind of any bubbling back up or splashing out when I was filling it. And it's a good water tank capacity as well, nearly 350 millilitres. So lots and lots of water in there. The iron itself is, I got it out the box. It is heavier than my current iron and it is larger than my current iron. So I was not overwhelmed by the aesthetics of it. I thought it was very large, very masculine, quite blocky. But in the spirit of impartiality and reviewing, I put all that to one side and got on with it. One of the features I like about it is it has lots of good safety features. So if you leave it on its base plate inactive for 30 seconds, stood up inactive for 8 minutes or rolled onto its side for 8 minutes, it has an auto off feature, so we'll turn the iron off. So you never have to go to work again thinking, oh God, did I turn the iron off? Is the house going to be burnt down? This will turn itself off after 8 minutes. The dial is pretty standard, as you'd expect on every iron ever, really. You turn it round for your heat and it tells you when the steam's going to go on and off. This also has Vario steam, which I like a lot. It's one of my favourite features. It allows you to control to really quite a detailed level how much steam you're going to put through your clothes. I find that actually between 1.5 and 2 is generally sufficient, but for really difficult things I have cranked it up to 3 and there were still no problems with the fabrics. It's got your standard steam shot and your standard spray as well. So let's get on with it. It's 2,400 watts, sorry, not volts. So it heats up really quickly. The indicator light's very clear. There's no kind of ambiguity wondering how you're going to know. Look at that, it's up to heat already. So this is on 2 dots of heat and Vario steam about 1.5. I'm going to grab some troublesome items that I normally struggle with. So this t-shirt I normally have to iron both sides, so I'll have to do the back and then the front. This iron is so good that I only have to iron it once. I shall demonstrate. So this is on, remember, just two dots of main heat and 1.5 steam. And it is absolutely blistering through it. The base plate is amazing. It glides really well. There's no catching. It's just a very good base plate. But this is my favourite thing. So this side, beautifully flat. And even on my rubbish ironing board, the other side is beautifully flat as well. I don't have to redo that side. It's already done. It's going to save me, well, half the time. Next, found it does the same on men's shirts too, and my blouses actually. It did a very good job. So let's pick a creased arm and see how it deals with the sleeve. So this is just ironing one side, remember, over the cuff, the sleeve. I'm ironing a crease in the other side, I already know I am. But it will be the most impressive ironed in crease you've ever seen. So that is done, and that is done. Yeah, you see, there we go. So I'm not going to have to do the whole side of that. I'm just going to have to pick out my own incompetent ironing technique, which is amazing. Then I picked something delicate. So this is like a handmade skirt that I bought that I love. And my old iron used to catch on this liner. It's not a full kind of plasticky transfer, but it still is because it's not embroidered into the fabric. And my old iron used to not like this, so I used to have to iron under the liner and directly onto the fabric, which made me nervous because this is kind of a really nice fabric. But not now. This doesn't catch at all. This iron glides over even what I would have considered to be really tricky fabric without even a hint of it catching, which I'm incredibly pleased about. So that's ironed through as well. I won't have to turn this inside out. That's done. Last but not least, I want to show you a linen dress, which anyone that owns linen will know it's a catastrophe. So I'm going to crank this up to number 3 on my main heat and number 3 on my Vario steam. Just whip it inside out, but you can see how bad the front of this dress is. And I'll give it an iron and we'll see how the iron copes. It's already beat me to temperature, haven't managed to even turn the dress inside out, and it's ready to go. Let's see how we do. Now I'm going to give this a few extra precision shots as well. Just to really try and push through. Again, I'll have ironed creases into the other side of this, but that's not what we're looking at. My technique is not being judged, it's the iron. So here we go. There's the back. It's made a bit of an impact on that, but you can see here at the front, that is a vast improvement on the other side, which I didn't touch. Very, very impressed overall. I just want to go through another feature that I liked really quickly. You can make this iron either right-handed or left-handed. If you want to change the way the cable goes, just swap it round on that ball at the bottom. All of a sudden, that's now a left-handed iron. If you want to turn it back to right-handed, flip it round again, it's now a right-handed iron. The cable's nice and long, but I still do stand on it a bit, if I'm being honest. So overall, this iron is way better than I ever expected it to be. It cuts through my ironing. I was done in about 25-30 minutes, whereas normally I would be standing for 40-45. I didn't have to refill the water tank. I didn't have to mess with the settings too much. It seemed to glide through nearly all of my clothes. Yeah, I'm just really impressed. Super, super impressed with this iron. I thought I would hate it on first impressions because I don't like the way it looks and it is a bit blockier and bigger than I would normally buy. But I'm incredibly pleased. I have nothing bad to say about this iron. It does exactly what a good iron should do. So thank you very much for the opportunity to do this review. I appreciate it, and I am going to be keeping this iron. Didn't think I was, but I am.